Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel.
Welcome back, General Hospital fans. Thursday, November 13th promises to deliver some of the most emotionally charged and tension-filled moments Port Charles has seen in recent weeks. From family drama at the hospital to political machinations threatening to reshape the city's waterfront, this upcoming episode is packed with storylines that will leave viewers breathless. Let's dive into what's ahead for our beloved characters as they navigate crises, both personal and professional. Laura's maternal instincts send up warning flags. Mayor Laura Collins finds herself consumed with worrying as she confides in Martin Gray about her deepest fears regarding her grandson Rocco Falconeri. In what appears to be a heart-to-heart conversation filled with genuine maternal concern, Laura expresses her anxiety that Rocco might somehow become collateral damage in circumstances beyond his control. The irony of this moment cannot be overstated. While Laura voices these very real concerns, Rocco is actively participating in a dangerous mission that she knows absolutely nothing about. At this very moment, the teenager is assisting Charlotte Casadini and Danny Morgan in executing a risky break-in at Dr. Henry Dalton's laboratory. A clandestine operation that could have serious repercussions for all three young people involved. But Laura's worries extend far beyond what she doesn't know about her grandson's current activities. Tonight marks the highly anticipated mayoral debate, and the stakes couldn't be higher for Port Charles's political landscape. The controversial Measure C looms large over the proceedings. This pivotal piece of legislation could potentially strip Sonny Corinthos of his waterfront peers should Laura lose her bid for re-election. The political ramifications are staggering, and the pressure on Laura is immense. Could this political crossfire be what's truly troubling her? After all, the shadowy Jen Sidwell has already attempted to influence her with what can only be described as a blatant bribe. And he's made no secret of his fixation on her long-standing friendship with Sonny. The connection is impossible to ignore. Sonny is Rocco's grandfather, making the boy potentially vulnerable to whatever fallout might occur from these high-stakes political maneuvers. Laura's intuition that her grandson could be caught in dangerous crossfire may be more prophetic than she realizes, even if she's worried about the wrong situation entirely. Alexis and Drew's explosive confrontation over Willow's defense. The tension between Alexis Davis and Drew King reaches a boiling point in what promises to be one of the episode's most confrontational scenes. Despite Alexis's considerable legal skills successfully securing Willow Tate's release on bail, no small feat given the serious charges against her, Drew remains unsatisfied and combative. True to his increasingly problematic pattern of behavior, Drew is once again leveraging his influence and throwing his considerable weight around, presumably pressuring Alexis to ensure that Michael Corinthos faces consequences in this messy situation. Drew's motivations are transparent to anyone paying attention. His romantic entanglement with Willow has clouded his judgment and transformed him into someone willing to manipulate the legal system to serve his personal interests. However, Alexis Davis is not a woman who responds well to bullying or interference in her professional responsibilities. In a moment that showcases exactly why she's one of Port Charles's most formidable attorneys, Alexis delivers a blistering rebuke to Drew's demands. Her words cut through the tension like a knife as she shouts with unmistakable clarity and passion. Anything other than that is a distraction that could cost her her freedom. This statement isn't merely a professional boundary being set, it's a wake-up call for Drew, reminding him that his personal vendettas could actually harm the woman he claims to care about. Alexis has been working tirelessly to construct a viable defense strategy, one that hinges on creating reasonable doubt about Willow's culpability as the shooter. Her investigative efforts have begun pointing the investigation spotlight toward Portia Robinson, a development that adds layers of complexity to an already convoluted case. The situation becomes even more delicate when considering Drew's potential conflict of interest regarding Portia as a suspect. Portia possesses damaging information about Drew, dirt that could prove devastating if exposed at the wrong moment. This creates a precarious balancing act for everyone involved, as Drew must navigate between his desire to protect Willow and his need to prevent his own secrets from coming to light. Willow's public accusation creates explosive drama. Fresh from her release on bail and still reeling from the trauma of incarceration, Willow Tate stumbles upon a scene that ignites her fury. Spotting Michael Corinthos with their son Wiley and Jacinda Bracken, Willow's restraint evaporates completely. In what can only be described as a calculated public spectacle, she launches into a loud and passionate accusation that stops everyone in their tracks. Her voice rings out with anger and betrayal as she shouts for all to hear, "I know you put that gun in my room." This isn't just an accusation born of heat of the moment emotion, there's a strategic element to Willow's very public outburst. By making such a dramatic and public declaration, she's essentially creating a narrative that could potentially frame Michael in the court of public opinion, even if actual legal proof remains elusive. The boldness of her accusation suggests that Willow is willing to fight dirty, deploying whatever weapons she has at her disposal to protect herself from the charges she's facing. The accusation also serves to plant seeds of doubt in the minds of witnesses and bystanders, people who will inevitably spread this story throughout Port Charles's gossip networks. The complication for Michael lies in his alibi, or more specifically, the person providing it. Jacinda Bracken stands as the sole witness who can corroborate Michael's whereabouts during the critical time frame. Behind the scenes, Harrison Chase has been working overtime, conducting his own investigation in an attempt to discredit or disprove this alibi. However, Chase faces a significant obstacle. Jacinda cannot be bought or intimidated. She's proven herself to be a witness of integrity, someone who won't alter her testimony for money or pressure. This presents a serious problem for anyone hoping to undermine Michael's defense, as her steadfast reliability makes her testimony difficult to challenge effectively. Jason and Britt's mysterious conversation at Bobby's. Meanwhile, at Bobby's establishment, Jason Morgan and Britt Westburn find themselves engaged in what appears to be a serious and somewhat tense discussion. The atmosphere suggests this isn't a casual conversation, but rather a significant exchange about matters that concern them both deeply. Jason's words carry a note of certainty as he tells Britt he's not wrong and she knows it, a statement that sounds distinctly like an "I told you so" moment, suggesting Jason had previously shared an opinion or prediction that has now proven accurate. The content of their conversation remains somewhat mysterious, though speculation points toward a discussion about Ned Quartermain's recent health crisis. It's entirely possible that Britt, with her medical connections and knowledge, informed Jason about his cousin's heart attack. However, there's a puzzling element to this scenario. If Britt did share this information with Jason, why hasn't he rushed to General Hospital to be with his extended family during this medical emergency? The absence of Jason at GH, where the rest of the Quartermain clan has gathered to support Ned, seems conspicuously out of character for someone who saved Jason's life years ago. This disconnect raises questions about what Jason actually knows and when he learned it. Perhaps Britt hasn't shared the full extent of Ned's condition, or maybe she's unaware herself that his situation has deteriorated to the point of requiring a bypass surgery. The mystery deepens as viewers are left to wonder what other topics Jason and Britt might be discussing, and how their conversation will be interrupted in the midst of this critical exchange. Brooke Lynn's anguish over her father's critical condition. At General Hospital, the Quartermain family finds themselves in crisis mode as they rally around Ned following his medical emergency. Brooke Lynn Quartermain arrives with Harrison Chase, and the scene at the hospital is one of collective anxiety and fear. The gathering includes Olivia Quartermain, who's understandably frantic about her husband's condition, and even Lulu Spencer can be spotted in the background, having remained at the hospital to offer support to her former mother-in-law during this frightening time. The gesture speaks volumes about the enduring bonds of family in Port Charles, even among those whose legal connections have been severed. The timing of Brooke Lynn and Chase's arrival couldn't be more fortunate, especially considering they've only just reconciled after a recent disagreement. Their squabble, whatever its cause, has been set aside in the face of this family emergency, reminding viewers that some things like family health crises have a way of putting personal disputes into proper perspective. As Brooke Lynn takes in the scene and absorbs the gravity of her father's situation, emotion overwhelms her completely. Tears stream down her face as she clings to Chase, seeking both comfort and answers. Her plea is raw and desperate, filled with the kind of fear that only comes when a beloved parent's life hangs in the balance. Please tell me if my dad's going to be okay. The medical reality facing Ned is indeed serious and sobering. A bypass surgery is no minor procedure under any circumstances, but for a man of Ned's age, the risks and potential complications multiply significantly. The recovery process will be long and challenging, requiring patience and careful medical supervision. The Quartermain family faces an uncertain future as they wait for news from the surgical team, each member processing their fear and hope in their own way. Next, for devoted fans of daytime drama who followed the compelling journey of Port Charles' beloved matriarch Stella Henry, an exciting cross-network adventure awaits this holiday season. The talented actress bringing this cherished character to life is preparing to showcase her remarkable versatility in an entirely different legal landscape, proving once again that exceptional talent knows no network boundaries. Vernee Watson, the powerhouse performer who has captivated General Hospital audiences with her nuanced portrayal of the wise and steadfast Stella Henry, is set to make a strategic guest appearance on CBS's critically acclaimed legal drama Matlock this December. This temporary network leap represents more than just another credit on an already impressive resume. It's a testament to Watson's commanding screen presence and her ability to seamlessly transition between the heightened emotional stakes of soap opera storytelling and the sharp, procedural intensity of primetime legal drama. A mother's arrival brings new complications. In what promises to be a pivotal guest arc, Watson will step into the role of Celeste, the formidable mother of one of Matlock's central legal warriors, Olympia Lawrence. Olympia, brought to vivid life by the Emmy-nominated Sky P, has established herself as a formidable force within the show's prestigious law firm, a brilliant attorney whose razor-sharp legal mind is matched only by her unwavering commitment to justice. However, beneath her professional armor lies a woman grappling with turbulence that threatens to destabilize every carefully constructed aspect of her existence. The introduction of Celeste arrives at a particularly volatile juncture in Olympia's already complicated life. The accomplished attorney has been navigating a perfect storm of professional obligations, personal betrayals, and family fractures that would overwhelm even the most resilient individual. With chaos erupting across multiple fronts from courtroom battles to interpersonal conflicts, Olympia now faces the added complexity of redirecting her focus toward the woman who shaped her. For better or worse, family matters take center stage. The storyline takes an intriguing turn when Olympia finds herself professionally entangled in a case that hits devastatingly close to home. The legal matter involves none other than Celeste's new husband, a development that forces the already strained mother-daughter relationship into an uncomfortable spotlight. This delicate situation will require Olympia to perform an impossible balancing act, maintaining her professional objectivity while confronting deeply personal emotions about her mother's romantic choices and their implications for their family dynamic. Sources suggest that Celeste's arrival won't be a simple, cordial visit. The character promises to bring layers of complexity, history, and perhaps even secrets that could reshape our understanding of Olympia's background and motivations. Watson's proven ability to convey both strength and vulnerability makes her the perfect choice to portray a maternal figure who likely possesses her own formidable personality, someone capable of both nurturing and challenging her accomplished daughter in equal measure. The case itself reportedly centers on allegations or complications surrounding Celeste's new marriage, though specific details remain carefully guarded. What's certain is that Olympia will need to marshal all her legal expertise while simultaneously working to mend the fractures in their relationship. This dual challenge representing family while managing personal feelings represents classic legal drama territory, but with Watson's involvement, audiences can expect emotional authenticity that transcends typical courtroom theatrics. The Maddie-Olympia dynamic intensifies. Complicating matters further, Olympia and the show's titular character, Maddie Matlock, receive a shocking revelation that threatens to upend their already precarious alliance. The two women have been navigating increasingly treacherous waters throughout the current season. Their professional partnership strained by revelations that shattered the trust that they'd carefully built during Matlock's inaugural season. This season has witnessed both attorneys juggling their official caseloads while covertly investigating a far more sinister conspiracy. They're working to expose whoever deliberately buried a damning pharmaceutical study evidence that could have destroyed one of their firm's most lucrative clients and potentially saved countless lives. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the investigation has forced them into an uneasy partnership marked by suspicion and strategic maneuvering. For Olympia, the situation carries additional emotional weight. She's fighting desperately to protect her ex-husband Julian from becoming the fall guy in this corporate cover-up. Despite their romantic history ending, she refuses to stand by while he's potentially sacrificed to protect more powerful interests. This protective instinct speaks to Olympia's character. She may be fierce in the courtroom, but her loyalty to those she cares about remains unshakable. The friendship between Maddie and Olympia, once characterized by genuine warmth and mutual respect, has devolved into a chess match of wits and wills. Each woman is trying to outmaneuver the other while maintaining the facade of professional cooperation. The revelation of Maddie's true reasons for infiltrating the law firm, her hidden agenda that went far beyond simply returning to legal practice, left Olympia feeling betrayed and manipulated. Now, they're attempting to determine whether their bond can survive these revelations and the resulting trust deficit. Back in Port Charles. Meanwhile, Watson's General Hospital character, Stella Henry, has finally found relief from her own legal nightmares. In a particularly vindictive move, Congressman Drew Kaine, nicknamed Cutthroat for good reason, attempted to frame the beloved aunt on insurance fraud charges. This calculated act of revenge showcased Drew's willingness to destroy innocent people to achieve his objectives. Fortunately, he has since arranged for these fabricated charges to disappear, though the emotional toll of the ordeal undoubtedly lingers for Stella. As Port Charles continues its endless cycle of drama and revelation, Stella will certainly have strong opinions regarding her nephew Curtis's crumbling marriage to Portia. The impending divorce between these two characters promises to send shockwaves through their social circle. And Stella, never one to shy away from speaking truth, will likely offer both support and candid observations about the situation. Her perspective carries weight, earned through decades of life experience and genuine love for her family. A career spanning decades and platforms. Watson's upcoming Matlock appearance represents just the latest chapter in a remarkably diverse career that spans multiple decades and entertainment platforms. The actress has demonstrated exceptional range, moving fluidly between daytime drama, primetime comedy, streaming services, and feature films. Her recent guest appearance as Jessica Williams' mother on Apple TV's acclaimed comedy drama Shrinking showcased her ability to bring warmth and wisdom to maternal roles across different genres and tones. CBS viewers, in particular, will recognize Watson from her memorable 5-season run on the network's hit comedy Bob Hart's Abishola, where she became a familiar and beloved presence. This prior relationship with the network likely contributed to her casting in Matlock, as producers recognized both her talent and her proven appeal to CBS audiences. The December guest arc on Matlock offers Watson an opportunity to demonstrate yet another facet of her considerable abilities, this time in the high-stakes world of legal drama where family secrets and professional ethics collide. With her natural gravitas and emotional intelligence, she's poised to make Celeste a memorable addition to the Matlock universe, even in a limited capacity. As the holiday season approaches, fans of quality television have much to anticipate. Watson's cross-network journey promises to deliver compelling drama on both fronts, whether she's navigating Port Charles politics as Stella Henry or arriving in Matlock's world as Celeste. The actress brings authenticity and depth that elevates every project she touches.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye.